Hello and welcome to your messages for the week. Today is Sunday, the 20th of November, 2022. So if you haven't already seen the messages for the month of November, then take a look at them. I'll put a link in the description and the video in the end screen. So now as we're beginning to, in the Northern Hemisphere, start hibernating and probably continuing that inner work, but to a much deeper level. That fell out when I said that. I love the way it works. And so to help you on your way, I have got a special offer at the moment going until the end of the year on my past life healings. I will put a link in the description to that. If you want to keep up to date with all the special offers and everything else that I offer, then I suggest you subscribe to my newsletter, which is easy to do. You can do that on the homepage of my website at deborahjanesutton.com. Of course, I've got a link in the description. And you can also automatically sign up by downloading my first book, Heal Yourself to Happiness, which is a simple guide to raising your vibration, which is basically the underlying, cause of everything, right? Is our vibration and our frequency, because it's our frequency that's creating our future. If you are new to all of this energy healing and frequency and inner work and the need to just raise your frequency at every opportunity, then I do suggest that you have a look at my first book, Heal Yourself to Happiness. It will automatically put you on my mailing list with your permission, of course. And that way you will be able to keep up to date with offers and other things that I send out in the newsletter. I don't bombard people. It's only one a month. So yeah, take a look at that. And anything else that I needed to say or share? I don't think there is. So we'll dive straight into the cards. We have 5 this week. Let's take a look. The first one is the Hermit. This is about solitude. And I've literally just touched on this when I said that it's getting dark here in the Northern Hemisphere. And it is time to hibernate. And there is that hibernating feeling. And I think the message here is don't fight it. If you were one of these that normally go out and about, and a lot of people are starting to celebrate Christmas already, which is a bit weird, I think. But anyway, just out and about, socializing and stuff. But not only that, but maybe you're pushing yourself, to go and do stuff outside, classes and stuff, when in fact, maybe what you need to be doing at this time is being at home, more time on your own. He is the solitude card. So this is about more time on your own. And he's also the meditation card. Now, meditation means different things to different people. I'll put a link in the description and the video in the end screen to my video on how to meditate for beginners. So because a lot of people, struggle to sit still or to clear their mind of thoughts and stuff like that. When we say meditation, what we really mean is tapping into your own highest guidance. That's what we want to do, is to tap into your own highest guidance, right? And that sometimes can be not when you're sitting there silently. It can be when you're walking out in nature. A lot of people will feel that connection to source, their higher self, whatever you want to call it, when they're walking in nature. Or a lot of people will feel it when they're moving their body, when they're dancing, when their mind is distracted, like even cleaning the house, something like that, driving home on your own, on a known road, when your mind is relaxed and then other thoughts can come in. So there's many ways we can meditate. It doesn't always have to be this deep level of meditation, but starting off with doing whatever it is that opens you up to your higher self. And then you will find that the meditation process will just get deeper and deeper for you. You notice how he's following his energy. So the message here is follow the feeling that you have within you. So I think there's a lot of, I need to do this, or I must do this, or maybe you've made a social arrangement and you don't want to go. Maybe you've been going to classes and now it's getting dark so early, you don't want to go out in the evening to whatever it was. This card has come up. It's a powerful card. It's a major arcana card. And it's telling you to meditate in whatever that means for you. Check out the video. And also to be on your own. I know that's difficult for a lot of people, but to take time out to be on your own, even if it's like in the bathroom, having an extra long shower or bath or something, just whatever time you can take to be on your own. because avoiding yourself isn't going to help you heal, is it? If you see what I mean, with all the distractions going on. So sometimes people feel uncomfortable to be on their own, all devices closed. It's like twiddling their thumbs. Now, what do I do? Right? Sit with it for a while because something might come up and it might be uncomfortable. Of course, it might be uncomfortable because if you haven't given yourself the gift of being on your own, deviceless, then there's going to be a lot of stuff wanting to come up. And a lot of those messages could be, intuitive guidance, of course, but a lot of it can be emotions that want to be processed. So it might make you feel sad and lonely and all those emotions coming up, but avoiding them isn't going to help you. Avoiding them, there you go. Look, there's the lack card. Okay. Five of Pentacles. This is money, resources, energy, and time. Okay. But you feeling like you have a lack of all of that. Okay. So this is about taking time, making a point of taking time. It's important to make time for these things that you're going to do on your own. And although meditation is typically still, you're sitting still. And if that's how it works for you, then, obviously that's what you're going to do. But I also want to say moving your body, but not just moving it, I mean stretching. I think it's really important to stretch our bodies. Yes, I am a yoga fan, but you don't have to be a yoga fan to do this. It's just stretching your body in whichever way it wants to go, stretching the different parts of your body. Because when you do that, you're allowing more life force in. If you think about it, when you wake up in the morning, what's the first thing you do? You have a yawn and you instinctively stretch your body. Now, why are you doing that on a biological level? The reason you're doing that is because you are inhaling with the yawn, right? Inhaling more oxygen, but more life force, more breath. We know that the breath carries everything. I can't talk about the breath now. I'll put a link in the description and the video in the end screen to my video on healing yourself through your breath, because obviously the breath is more than just oxygen and air. So when you inhale that, it will then go to the cells that are being stretched, which if you hadn't stretched your body, that life force wouldn't have gone to. So you're basically, by stretching in the morning and consciously breathing into the stretches, you are increasing your life force. And that is, in effect, increasing everything. You are your life force. It's your consciousness. So literally by doing that, you can raise your level of consciousness. And I really wanted to say that because these people are feeling really lack of time, lack of money, lack of energy. Really they're focusing on their lack. And it's really important that we make time for these things. And it really doesn't have to be much time, does it? I mean, stretching your body and breathing is something you can do 5 minutes before you go to bed and 5 minutes after you've woken up. And they probably are the best times to do it. So, yes, let's have a look. Here we've got some decisions. And this is probably also, these are the thoughts that are coming up now. Probably as you hear these words, you've probably got some thoughts going, well, I can't give up that. I can't give up that class. And I can't give up that social engagement, and I can't do this and I can't do that. And there's your fear, because I'm going to remind you that there is only you creating your reality, and everything outside of you is a reflection of it. So if you're busting a gut to do something, or you're feeling like you're being a martyr for other people, it's pretty pointless, because there is only you, and there is only you creating your reality. So if you're depleting yourself in any way, it's pointless. Does that make sense? Because everybody outside of you is just going to reflect back to you some depleted nature. And that's not going to be full of abundance, is it? So the more abundance that you feel by spending time on your own, following your own guidance, cleansing yourself of some of these emotions that want to come up. Yeah, a little bit of stretching. This is not normally my stretching card, so that's kind of interesting. But just spending some time stretching and getting some more life force into your body. And then you're going to be able to make clearer decisions and clearer choices. But understand that, if you cancel something, it really doesn't matter. I mean, it's going to be for the highest good of all. So this is about you making decisions, and it's about you just really, do you want to do something? Are you feeling it in your heart? The thought of doing it, is it making you feel expanded or is it making you feel contracted? There's probably a lot of like office parties and things going on, work Christmas do's and things like that seem to appear. I think there's a little energy here of people not wanting to do that, because the only way you're going to get through it is probably by drinking too much. And really, it's just a downward cycle. So somewhere along the line, make some decisions that are going to serve you. On the other hand, it could be something that you haven't been doing out of fear, and that you want to do them now, but you haven't had the guts to, or you haven't had the inspiration to, because swords are non-physical, they're thought forms. So it could be the other way around as well, whereby there is something that you're feeling inspired to do and you haven't been doing it because you've told yourself you don't have enough time, you don't have enough money, you don't have enough energy, in which case, yes, you do need to do it. So this card is really telling you to really feel into the choices that you make, and to feel which ones are serving you and which ones are not. We've got mental conflict. This is you arguing with yourself over this, and then you're arguing with everything, with the guidance that comes through, because you've got some serious guidance coming through here. It's a major arcana card. He's the meditation card. Follow your own energy, follow your own inner guidance, do what you feel, right? Don't even listen to me. Just listen to what's coming up. Okay, because it could be stuff that's surprising you. I think that's what it is. It's stuff that's surprising you. You've got to make some kind of decision, and you're really kind of wanting to stay with the known path, which is not going to expand you into higher levels of consciousness, is it? Because if it was going to do that, it would have done that by now. If this is the known path, there's got to be some changes in the way you do things, okay? And the way you think as well, because swords is thought processes. So there is a little bit of a, stepping out of your comfort zone. And this is the conflict. And this could be in your internal, of course, you can't do that. You can't do it that way. You can't, you haven't got enough time. You haven't got enough, all these things coming up. But then also, if you have those thoughts and doubts inside of you, they are going to be reflected back to you by the people around you. So this could be your nearest and dearest telling you, no, you can't do that. You haven't got enough time. You haven't got enough money. Don't be silly. That's not the sort of thing you do. There might be somebody laughing at you because you're meditating. I don't know. But this is mental conflict. It's all going on in the mind. So actually, you need more of this. You need more of this to calm this down. Okay, so this card has really come to tell you during the week, because it tends to work that way. This is what we're doing this week. By the middle of the week, you're going to have forgotten this and you're going to be back to this. And this card has come to say, go back to this. Get away from these people that are doubting you, because they're just reflecting back to you your own self-doubt. Make wiser choices. Tell yourself you have got enough time, you have got enough money, you have got enough energy, and then go back to whatever that solitude was. Even if it is, as I said, having a long soak in the bath, if you don't have anywhere else to go, if you're living in a busy house. Let's have a look. There you go. There's your justice. You reap what you sow. To me, the message is really clear. We're starting with a major arcana. We're ending with a major arcana. Justice, you reap what you sow. If you run yourself ragged, there's no one that's going to thank you. There's only you creating your reality. And if you make yourself tired doing things that you don't want to do, especially if they're social things, because that's kind of really counterintuitive, isn't it? Because the whole point of socializing is to raise your frequency, celebrate and enjoy your time with like-minded people. And if that's the case, fill your boots with it. What I'm getting here is that the kind of things that you've got planned, or the kind of things that you usually do, are not filling your boots anymore. And you're finding them a bit of a chore. I think maybe your friendship circle's changed. Some things are changing so much. But this is a reminder that, these cards together, this is a reminder that you're really kind of, it's like you're nagging yourself to do something that you really don't want to be doing. What is that? What is it? And why are you doing that? There's a new you emerging. You know that, don't you? There is a new you emerging. So don't be surprised if there's new action and new activities, and you want to do things a different way. And it might cause a shift in your relationship, especially if you have a partner. And it might cause a shift like with your kids, if you have kids at home or what have you. And it might change, it's going to change your behavior, but that's okay. That's okay because you're doing everything from the heart in the most loving way. And if it's good for you, it's going to be good for everybody else because they are just reflecting it back. You reap what you sow. It starts with you. It starts with you looking after you. Okay, the more you look after you, the more you can look after those outside of you. Of course, that's how it works. Okay, as above, below, as within, without. Put yourself first. There's a lot of talk at the moment about whether this behavior, putting yourself first, is selfish or selfless. When you understand energy and you understand how it works and you understand how karma works, you know that this is selfless. To look after yourself is not selfish. It's the most important thing you can do. Your relationship with yourself is literally everything. And your relationship with yourself is what is creating your reality. Your relationship with yourself is everything. It's what is creating your reality. And when you put yourself first, you will notice the quality of your relationships being reflected back to you goes up as well. It's how it works. It's the universe we live in. It's not personal. It's actually a win-win. Life wasn't meant to be a struggle. You just do what you feel. Put yourself first. Put your needs first without focusing on your lack of time, lack of money, lack of energy. No, 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 no. Galore, galore. I have everything I need and more. Fill your boots with what's making you feel good. You will see the reality you're creating will change for the better. And the people in your life will be reflecting back to you that improved higher level of self-love, self-confidence, that higher level of consciousness, and that abundance. And it will all get reflected back to you when you look after yourself abundantly, I want to say. So yeah, you reap what you sow. And this is the balance. This is the karma card. Okay. It's justice. When you understand energetically that your relationship with yourself is everything. Okay. I love you all. Have a fantastic week. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.